So I suppose video game movies are back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another brand new movie review. And as always, I thank you all so much for stopping by. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Because, yep, this time around, we're looking at Mortal Kombat. Yes, this is the latest project in this year's Warner Brothers slate under the strategy of releasing it in theaters and on HBO Max the same exact day. And this is also the third attempt at making a Mortal Kombat film. Well, let's just hope that third time's the charm. Mortal Kombat in this film is a mysterious intergalactic tournament of some sort where ancient martial arts are put to the ultimate test. Up-and-coming MMA fighter Cole Young from Earth gets invited as a competitor, all as he's being hunted by the treacherous warrior Sub-Zero. Let's just say that video game movies have had a dodgy record as of late. There are some that come out like Sonic the Hedgehog and they turn into surprisingly disposable fun watches, while others like Assassin's Creed turn out to be utterly confusing pieces of dog shit. And as we all know, you can't fix dog shit. So needless to say, I was incredibly concerned walking into Mortal Kombat. Not only because of this dodgy track record, but I was also a huge fan of the games growing up. Maybe not so much of the story element, but I really did enjoy mowing people down. Not to mention, this is also the third time we've seen a Mortal Kombat film hit the big screen. The first one came out in 1995, and while it wasn't fantastic, pretty fun movie all things considered. And then, yeah, that exists on planet Earth. But let me just tell you this, guys. I couldn't help but smile watching this iteration of Mortal Kombat. This was an absolute blast from start to finish. And a big reason why that is the fight scenes. The creative team behind this movie and director Simon McQuoid should all be commended, because every single one of them did their damnedest to pay proper tribute to the source material. These fight scenes were fast-paced, well-choreographed, over-the-top arcadey-style bloodbaths. And I mean that when I say bloodbaths. Excuse me when I say this, but being rated R, I was so happy to see this film hold back no punches. Seriously, there are broken bones, loose organs, and fatalities absolutely everywhere. And I would say it was about as satisfying to watch this as it would be getting a flawless victory on the sticks. Visually, this movie is a masterclass. I, for one, was extremely impressed by Simon McQuoid's finesse behind the camera, and I especially appreciated his use of wide shots during the action scenes and beyond, because this all really helps give the movie some truly epic scope, which is only helped along by an utterly magnificent score. Which, by the way, fun piece of trivia, this music was actually composed by the same guy who composed the music for Blade Runner 2049. That should tell you how epic this score is. And most of your favorite video game characters are here in this film. Sub-Zero especially is a total badass, played by Joe Taslim. And you also get the famous rivalry between him and Scorpion, played by the legendary Hiroyuki Sanada. And that was actually my favorite connection of the entire film. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Get over here! Seriously, anything and everything involving those two characters, I hate to be the guy with nothing new to add, but I'm with the consensus. They were undisputedly the best parts of this film. You also get Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, and she has a fun gimmick of not being one of the chosen champions, and her objective is basically prove herself worthy. The list of these fun characters goes on and on, guys. I could sit here for an hour talking about every single one of them. They're all super colorful and super badass. I will give a special shout out to Josh Lawson as Kano, because he f***ing nails it, guys. Every single scene he's in, he absolutely steals it. Guaranteed. Now, even though I had tons of fun laughing at this movie and how corny it was and also admiring the visuals, my big issues with Mortal Kombat unfortunately revolve around some pretty important elements with this screenplay and with this overarching story. Because yes, it does fall into the video game movie trap of providing some pretty contrived plot elements along the way. And that all really detracted a lot of my enjoyment out of this script, because while this dialogue is extremely silly and hammy, as it should be, there were lots of little plot elements that just feel so forced and tacked on. It almost felt like the studio had to include them. And there's one big plot element, which I'm not exactly gonna get into spoilers for, but let me just say that it isn't exactly as it's advertised. Like, the characters talk about this one thing a lot, but then it just turns out to be something remotely different from what I was expecting. And again, this doesn't feel like a really good plot twist or anything of the sort. It just came off very misleading to me. Also, I know I just listed off a bunch of awesome characters all fighting in this tournament, but then you have this main character named Cole Young, and I'm sorry, I just found him kind of useless to this story. Don't get me wrong, Lewis Tan gives a really nice performance, and he does end up turning into a total badass by the climax, but it takes a long time for me to really get behind what he's doing. Typically, you should be behind the main character from the offset, but nope. For most of this movie, until about the third act and that big action climax, this main character just feels like he's along for the ride. Actually, the more and more I think about it, the more this choice kind of pisses me off, because look at how many characters there are in Mortal Kombat. You could have made any of these characters the main protagonist, yet this is the route they chose. I really don't understand why for a movie called Mortal Kombat, you would go the cliche underdog underground fighter route. It just didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I think there was a huge missed opportunity there. Regardless of my issues, despite this movie collecting dust in development hell since 1997, I can't deny that this was still a damn fun time at the movie theater. This is the type of silly kick-ass movie you want to watch on the biggest screen possible with a bunch of your friends with you, and y'all just want to shove popcorn and candy in your face and just have a fun time. And I think even if you're not huge hardcore fans of the games, I think casual fans and casual moviegoers are gonna get a huge kick out of this. I think you guys should all give it a shot. I'm gonna give Mortal Kombat a B. So while not a flawless victory by any stretch, this was far from a fatality. It's certainly a film that's done its homework on its source material, and it does its best to pay proper tribute towards it. And it's not looking back. I mean, I'm not gonna give away this movie's kick-ass cliffhanger of an ending, but it looks like we're getting more. And I'll tell you what, if it's anything like this movie, I am so excited to see it. As long as it's nothing like Annihilation, you know, because, like, that would just be shit. This is all just one guy's opinion, though. What do you guys think of this version of Mortal Kombat? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Who is your favorite fighter to play as in the games? Which game is your favorite? As you guys know, I love making these videos and discussing cinema and all things entertainment with you guys. I love starting that discussion with you guys. Let's continue that discussion. Make some noise all down in the comment section, guys. If these are topics that sound appealing to you, if you guys want to continue discussing these topics with me, definitely consider hitting that big red subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can, especially if you're new to this channel, because it is free. It would really help out the channel immensely, and you guys will also be the first ones to know anytime a new video is uploaded over here. And just one last reminder, hit that big ol' thumbs up button down below. Go ahead and smash that like button. I would really appreciate that as well. And as always, look out for more exciting content hitting this channel very soon. You guys are the best. And with all that being said, back talk commence.